Yo, what's up? Avian here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at my predictions for this week in college football. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Now this week, I think it's going to be the craziest week of college football so far. Honestly, every week has been kind of crazy, but I think this is the week that we get like the most bang for your buck games. We get Ole Miss and Alabama, Georgia and Arkansas and games like that. And that leads us to my first prediction, my first team, Alabama versus Ole Miss. Now I'm going to talk about how each team can win this game. And for Alabama, to win this game, all they have to do is play good defense, which they're accustomed to, and play really well on offense. Ole Miss is going to score a lot of points in this game, and Alabama's defense got gashed last year, and I think Alabama is thinking about how bad they got gashed by Ole Miss last year. So I believe that they're going to play a lot better on defense, and they're going to score a lot of points and put all the pressure on Ole Miss. Now for Ole Miss, I also think the key to them winning this game is their defense, because we all know what their offense can do. They can score a lot of points, and I believe they will score a lot of points, but it's about their defense. They cannot let Alabama score on every single drive they have like they did last year if they want to win this game, and I really think that that's their only chance. Now, with all that being said, I do not see Ole Miss coming in Tuscaloosa and beating Alabama, sadly. I think Alabama wins this game 45-34. I think Ole Miss keeps it close all the way until the fourth quarter, and then I think Alabama tightens up their defense, they stop Ole Miss, and then they score a couple times, and then that's the game. Next, we got the ranked 2 Georgia Bulldogs against the ranked 10 Arkansas Razorbacks. Now, this game, I think the whole thing about this game is also going to be about Georgia's defense and how well Arkansas is going to be able to execute against their defense, because Georgia, they probably have the best defense in college football right now, and Arkansas, they're a very hot team, and they just beat Texas A&M for the first time in 9 years, so they're definitely on a high. And if they win this game against Georgia, it will mean way more than I honestly think than winning against Texas A&M, as because Georgia has kind of separated itself with Alabama this year as being like the only 2 elite teams. So honestly, with that being said, if Georgia just plays the defense they've been playing all year and they show how great their offense can be like they have the last couple games, I honestly believe that they'll win this game, but that's without any mistakes and their offense being fluent. Now for Arkansas, if they want to win this game, they have to run the ball. They have to dual threat against Georgia. They have to come up with new plays to get past their defense. They have to throw the ball downfield. And it is a lot to ask for, but I think they could get it done. But honestly, I think Georgia's going to be too much in this game, and I do think they're going to win it 31-23. I think the Razorbacks are going to have their first loss, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout at all. I think they're going to play very, very good all the way up to probably mid-third quarter, and Georgia will start to pull away a little bit. And maybe Arkansas scores again in the fourth. But yeah, I don't see this game going further than what it is. Arkansas has a good defense. Georgia obviously has a good defense. But with some like trick plays and no mistakes, I think Arkansas will be able to score 23 on them. But yeah, I'm going to give this game to Georgia. Next, we got the Cincinnati Bearcats against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Now this game, it took me a while. It honestly took me a while to think of who was going to win this game, just because Cincinnati has a solid defense and a solid offense. Notre Dame, I think their defense is coming along more, but their offense still has a little issues in there. I think they do have trouble moving the ball. The reason they scored 41 on Wisconsin was because of Wisconsin making all the mistakes they did. But without Wisconsin making those mistakes, I don't think Notre Dame would have scored more than 20 points. So, It's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's going to come down to turnovers, I think, in this game. Whoever doesn't commit any turnovers is going to win, and it's going to be really close. And like I said, this game being very close, I have Cincinnati winning this game 31-28. Honestly, I think that they're the better team overall. I think Wisconsin is overrated, especially after what we watched last weekend. I don't think Cincinnati is. They're kind of a slow starting team, it seems, but once it gets to the second half, they always make the right adjustments and they pull it off in the end, especially if they're against an opponent that's similar to them or even better. So I have them winning this game. Right at the end, Ritter's going to do his thing, their defense is going to do their thing, and Notre Dame's going to have a tough time. And last but not least, we have the Baylor Bears against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Now, honestly, this game, I think for Baylor, they needed to score a lot of points because Oklahoma State, I think, is the better team. I think they're more overall sound, like their offense and defense are very solid, but Baylor's defense, I don't really think they're that solid, but I think their offense is better than Oklahoma State's offense and their defense. So it goes hand in hand if Oklahoma State's defense can actually stop that offense, and what Baylor can do is see what they can draw up and execute. But yeah, with that being said, I have the Baylor Bears winning this game 34-30. I think their offense is going to be able to be more productive than Oklahoma State's offense, and they're going to come up with ways to confuse Oklahoma State's defense. I also think that they're going to win the turnover game. So I got Baylor winning this game, and they'll rise further in the polls. And honestly, the Big 12, they're coming up. They're coming up kind of big. I think Oklahoma's got a lot to worry about. Baylor is a decent team. Oklahoma State itself is going to be a hard game at the end of the year for Oklahoma. And they got Kansas State this weekend, and that game could also be a trap game. But, we'll see how it all plans out. And, yeah, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know how I did with predictions. Let me know what your predictions are. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.